A fan favourite location in Far Harbour. This is Horizon's Flight 1207. Even though it says it's a Skylian Zur, but ignore that, that was a slight oversight. When you arrive, you'll notice all the items are owned, and for a lot of people that might raise an eyebrow. Who lives here? When you're walking through, not much is happening, but when you approach these rather friendly dogs, someone calls out to you.
Come on out, stranger. This doesn't have to get messy.
None other than Erickson, the super mutant, the friendly one. We'll go over and have a talk to him.
What were you doing up there in my camp?
And normally it pays to be nice with Erickson here, as he does have a death claw around his waist and a Yaogwai as some form of headdress. So you could say to him, nice hat, or to stay calm. If you say die, you will automatically have to fight him. If you have Longfellow, there's a unique piece of dialogue, and if you have Dogmeat, he'll give him a cool bandana. Not a rare one, but just a nice gesture.
There, fella. I was just looking around.
Oh, I'm plenty calm, considering you invaded my home. Look, I don't really want any trouble. I broke off from the group I came here with a long time ago. I just started seeing things differently when we came to the island, and I couldn't stand how the other super mutants act to humans. I keep to myself up here and train my dogs. Do a bit of trade with people too. At least those that don't open fire on me. Don't see any reason we can't do the same. Come on up if you'd like.
Now, Erickson is a very unique character, to say the least. He also sells a very unique item. Dogs. You might be wondering why on earth does that matter, but him selling these hounds to guard your base is pretty cool. One word of warning though, if you are buying them, try and not buy the mutant hound. That sounds horrible, but the radiation emitted is a big problem.
You're good. Sorry about pointing a gun at you earlier. I just get a bit jumpy when a stranger might be killing my dog.
It's okay, Erickson. I forgive you.
Oh, hello again. Did you need something?
Fun fact, he will actually give you food from time to time if you hang around the camp.
So, why don't you hate humans like the rest of your kind seem to?
Started seeing things more clearly when we came here. Who knows? Maybe it's the fog. I just don't see what the point of us all killing each other is.
Did you train these dogs?
Yeah, as guard dogs. Not all can be trained though. Most are used to being kicked or shot at. I can only manage a few at a time though. So unless I find a new home for one of them, I can't really take on any more.
So you can buy one off him, and it will increase the happiness. But again, mutant hounds, they're not great at camps. The radiation can trigger traders to attack them, and, you know, your settlers to attack them. So it's best you go for one of the normal dogs or a wolf.
You just live out here by yourself?
My kind are mostly stupid brutes. Used to trade with a couple people in Far Harbor, but they don't leave the settlement much these days. The rest of the people on the island are worse.
Now, if you ask him for tips, he will give you multiple locations that you can visit, and it'll mark them on your map.
Got any tips about the island?
There's a lighthouse on the south end of the island. Big family of trappers lives there.
Obviously, that's Brooks Head Lighthouse.
Got any tips about
He'll
the
give
island?
3 tips.
Northwest of Far Harbor, there's a big building on a cliff, full of ghouls.
Cliff Edge Hotel.
But every once in a while, I've seen robots come out of there too.
Got any tips?
And the
about
last
island?
tip.
Overheard a couple trappers saying that lumberyard would be a good place to build a camp.
And that, of course, is none other than Echo Lake Lumber, which I'll be going to after this video.
I was interested in buying one of your guard dogs.
Which one would you like?
So the way it works is, you pay 250 caps for whichever one you want, and will send him, or whichever dog, to a settlement of your choosing.
I was interested in the dog.
Where did you want it to guard?
Kind of like a companion, you can send him to an available settlement if you've got one. I don't have one here, so I can't send him anywhere.
Well, I'm not giving you one of my dogs if you don't have somewhere for it to live.
Didn't know that dialogue existed.
You interested in a trade?
Maybe?
Then when it comes to it, he is just a pretty good vendor. He has one unique weapon called the Butcher's Hook. Refills AP points on a critical hit. Not much else, but he does have a ton of meat if that is something you're looking for. And lots of ammunition, including some rather rare ones like cryo cells. Pretty awesome. Okay, now that we've dealt with Erickson, there is a part of his place that you can access with this terminal. Unlocking the security door. Everything is owned, so be careful because Erickson will attack you, as will his guard dogs, even if you're in sneak. So it's normally not worth it. If you are just going to kill him, yes, everything's up for grabs. But if you're choosing to, be a little bit nicer than that and use him as a vendor, which he is much more useful for doing, because dogs do give average happiness to your settlement. So if you're trying to get that 100 score, this might be the way to go. You can go through the bog here. There isn't much in the way of items for you to find, but there are several suitcases around that you can unlock, and if it is green, feel free to take it, of course. That concludes Horizons Flight 1207, or well, it should be Skylines, but we'll say no more about it. It's beside Kitteridge Pass and the National Park Campground, right in the middle of the island. Thank you for watching.